Well guys, I just took apart my PC and the graphics card and everything, and the thermal paste in here, which you're not even supposed to touch this because this is electric sensitive or whatever my dad just told me it was, and I touched it. Also, the thermal paste is no longer paste, it's like clay, so there's a slight chance that I may have just like totally ruined my graphics card. So I was hoping and praying that I didn't, but maybe I just get new thermal paste, I don't know. So yeah guys, even though I kept complaining about my graphics card all the time, this time I may have like really broke it, so please watch this video so I can maybe use some of the revenue to buy a new one, because I don't even make enough per month to even remotely buy a PC or even a little memory card. That's $200. Alright, so I'm on the normal camera, so if you guys had any type of common sense, unlike myself, don't fully take apart your graphics card. Technically, if you're just touching, let alone the motherboard of the graphics card right here, this is the chip. So even if you don't take it apart, but if you touch this part, it's technically already messing with the electromagnetic static or whatever it was called. Yeah, pretty much I may have honestly just destroyed my PC before Christmas. I mean, reality was I was trying to clean it all, because as you can see, it's pretty dirty. I mean, the whole bunch of dust and whatnot in here. So the main goal of this whole thing was to clean it, and then I messed with it. So note to self, don't do that ever again. All right, I got the PC all built up again. The graphics card's in there, the glass is on, the two screens, the top and bottom are both on now. It's all cleaned out. Now guys, I gotta plug it in. At this point, you know, I thought cleaning out the graphics card like fully would work and be cool, and apparently that doesn't matter. And this is the problem that I hate with they're not actually called blower type cooling systems, they're called turbos. They're called a turbo blowing or turbo cooling system because it's damn near a turbo. That's what a turbo in a car does. It spins super fast to create more airflow, and that's exactly what this graphics card that I have does. It's not a fan type. I took it apart to the point where I could see the inside modules and I could see the chip. And the biggest problem is that that chip has thermal paste on it. Thermal paste is basically a paste that prevents overheating and does a whole bunch of other things that I don't personally know about. Problem is, that paste was literally like clay. And I don't know if the paste is able to become liquefied again or like more of an actual paste once it's heated up. And hopefully it may do that. But at this rate, I don't know if it actually will. And I'm a little scared that I may have just actually ruined my PC completely. And like, this is no clickbait or anything. This is out of my stupid decision. So I'm just hoping and praying. That's why I'm filming right now, because if it doesn't work, then I hope this video goes viral now. Alright, PC hooked up in 3, 2, 1. Alright, and there you go. It's all hooked up again. Got the microphone even in place. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's gonna turn on perfectly fine, but the graphics card's what's gonna control everything. And it looks like it's fine so far. I mean, it sounds good now that the dust is out, because the dust actually does overheat some things. Still looking fine. Uh-oh. Whew. Look at that, boys. We did it. It still works, I think. This is fine. That's just a Discord thing. Okay, the real question is, let's go online to okay, it's updating stream. Go on here into the internet. Let's see if it works. Tifu. Let's just see if the video works. Let's go to Nick Merckx. Yes, it works. It's playing. Oh my god. Long story short, guys, I mean, the graphics card is sole purpose for graphics. So if you don't have a graphics card, let alone, you won't even be able to successfully get the PC to display anything. Like, it would be bad. Now, then again, it's only been 5 seconds, so once it heats up after I play a game, I don't know how it's gonna be. So this video is not done yet. Yes, it still turns on, yes, it still works, but we gotta see and whether or not if it's gonna last. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is turn on COD, see if it works. This is gonna be really sketchy and really scary. I hope it's gonna work. I mean, I don't know how long it takes for the thermal paste to start working and stuff. I mean, so far, so good. Like I said, it's only been about like maybe a minute now since it's been on. FPS looks fine, still at 60. And that's just on the home screen. Oh, this works fine. I'll be damned. Let's go. This is great. It still works. Now, like I said, guys, just because the game's running doesn't mean that the graphics card isn't ruined. So I'm hoping that and praying that it's not. So we're gonna let this run for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes and then see, because I don't, like I said, I don't know how long it takes for the thermal paste to get liquefied again. When the CPU actually starts to get hot, maybe it's instantaneous, but I'm not for sure. So like I said, 5-10 minutes. So I'll put this on a time lapse. After 20 minutes of running COD, there was nothing that went wrong. It was amazing. So now guys, this is what's within the task manager. The CPU is still doing fine, sort of. The GPU is actually staying idle between 30 and 32, which is actually insane because it's never sat idle at that rate. And I'm gonna go into Fortnite. The only reason why is because for Call of Duty, I have to go into a game for the FPS to really start to pick up from 60 to about 120-ish. So where Fortnite, it's gonna stay at about 144, if not 240 FPS. So that'll really stress test the GPU again and see, because the biggest thing is just staying idle in the COD lobby. I understand that you could hear more of the graphics card run a little bit harder, but the problem is it's only producing 60 FPS, so it's really nothing for the GPU. So with it being above 100 FPS or 120 FPS, now that GPU is going to get even hotter, and hopefully that thermal paste is going to keep up. So that's a huge thing. Maybe it's the fact that that thermal paste, and now you can hear it, hopefully, now that Fortnite's actually on. So here we go, guys. You can hear it. You can really hear it. There's no smell, there's no smoke, which is definitely good. So I mean, this is Fortnite when it's in the game, and this is how it runs the entire time. Right now it's staying idle at 76, which it's never stayed that low before. So I want to say this truthfully. It may have been that the thermal paste wasn't put on properly, and the fact that I took it apart and we put it more in the middle, maybe that was the good thing. Which is kind of weird because you shouldn't ever do that to a graphics card, but it's literally staying between 75 and now 77. Hey guys, this is real time right now. This is only 77 degrees Celsius. I mean, I know that's still hot, but at the same time, 80 is like that capping mark. Or actually, I think it's like 82 or 83 is the capping mark in terms of heat that it should be producing from the GPU. So right now, since it's 77, like, what? Alright guys, so after about 5 minutes, it went up 1 degree Celsius, so it's now at 78 instead of 77. So what I'm gonna do is take a shower, wait 30 minutes, so within that time of me taking a shower, and then we're gonna see what it is after that. Alright guys, so I just got out of the shower, and there's still no smoke, there's still no strange smell. Now, I'm on the task manager still, and believe it or not, it did raise another one. It's fluctuating now between 78 and 80 degrees Celsius, but that's still nowhere near as bad as what it has been. Again, I'd never recommend this because it's not ever what you're supposed to do with GPUs. I think with moving the thermal paste, as hard as it was, like in terms of like texture and density, it may have actually sort of saved my graphics card a little bit, and that's just because it's now not going to the 85 mark or like 83 mark of degrees Celsius. So now, again, I never recommend this, I don't condone it, but it looks like the graphics card's holding up. Hey beautiful people, it's been roughly about 2 days since the whole mishap with the graphics card that I somehow thought was a genius idea of doing, and I can report to you right now that there's no problems whatsoever. So I think I lucked out heavily, although the temperature has actually gone up. It hasn't really like cooled itself by any means in terms of like fixing itself with moving the thermal paste or the thermal clay. Didn't exactly help, but at the same time, got clickbaited, sorry. Merry Christmas, and alright, I love you guys, thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, by the way, and if you want, turn on post notifications. Alright, peace.